an iPhone is the closest thing to a Nokia phone.
If you use an iPhone compared to using an Android, that means Android is not as safe.
Okay, how it works is that if I was to get a phone for my mom, I'd get her an iPhone. Why?
Really?
Because an iPhone is the closest thing to a Nokia phone. You know what I mean? In that context, like
Right.
like 10, 20 years ago, if I was to buy my mom a phone, I wouldn't buy her
Alcatel.
an Alcatel or a Siemens
Yeah.
or a Sony Ericsson. I'd get her a Nokia.
Right.
Because that thing is basically idiot-proof. I'm not saying that my mom's an idiot, but it's like,
Yeah.
takes a lot of damage and it's straightforward. This button to call, this button to dial is basically like a phone without a wire.
Yeah.
So in the world of handphones, iPhone is kind of like that in the sense of where iPhone is very particular about who is allowed into their garden. So their app policies are stricter. If you want to make any payment, they have to get a cut. And there was issues a few months ago with, people are saying that 30% or 40% is too much. Apple is charging people, they have to pay for the app, and then now every time they charge, they get active. So all these things going on. But again, that's what Apple does. It's their right to do it. And because of that, apps have to follow a stringent, more controlled environment, right?
All right.
Now, when you go to Android is more liberal, more open, right? You can. It's easier to get on the Play Store.
You get an APK like, it comes from an unknown source. Install
Okay.
anyway. Sure, why not, right?
There's more free software,
Yeah.
and as we mentioned before, if something is free, you're not the customer.
Yeah.
Right. But the problem with Android is majority of the world uses Android. So number one, if I'm a criminal and I'm creating a virus or a malware to attack a phone, am I going to attack 40% who use iPhone or the 60% who use Android?
Right.
Which is the best use of my time?
Right.
Right. So it's the same as Windows versus Mac, right?
Right.
Windows are more vulnerable because there are more viruses, but it doesn't mean a Mac is more secure. It's just that there's less threats.
Right.
Research has proven that in the past, when a Mac is infected by a virus, it actually spreads more because most Mac users are ignorant about viruses and installing antivirus. So, it goes havoc there. So again, it's this kind of crazy kind of juggling act of who's safer, but because they're popular, they're not so safe. But because they have so much money, they can make it harder for people to do what they want with the app, but the users have. So again, it's like at the end of the day, somebody's benefiting, and worst case scenario is we're in the losing side of it lah.
Hey guys, we hope you loved that discussion, but for the full discussion and all our other videos, click right here. And remember, don't be a dick.